And the red airplane, the orange airplane, will be Joe Callan, and over in the silver and black airplane, in red, will be Jim Wine with the United States flag. These are PT-17 Stearmans, primary trainer Stearmans from World War II. The silver and black airplane has a 9-cylinder Pratt & Whitney engine, 450 horsepower, variable pitch propeller, gear-driven supercharger. The orange airplane, 9-cylinder Lycoming. So that's a total of 750 horsepower taxiing out onto the north end of the field, or the south end. We're going to be taking off towards the north. Well, we don't have much wind at all, do we? Kind of a crosswind. It is crosswind. Okay, take your pick. Anyway, this is our Hot Air Balloon Festival. It's supposed to take place in August. But we had a nice launch this morning. Thanks to COVID, of course, everything's put off. But we have it, and we had a great launch this morning. We're going to do a little air show here for about an hour and a half, and then we're going to get back to the hot air balloons. So we will get up. It should be a nice launch this afternoon as well. The weather is wonderful, and the winds are supposed to be switching over to that direction later on. So this afternoon, probably 5 or so, maybe 5:30 in that area, we should be able to launch the balloons. We'll see, because it's switching a little bit now, isn't it? We should be able to launch the balloons from here, and they'll be strung out just where the airplanes are, and the airplanes will be giving rides over in that area to your left. So the rides will begin right after the air show, which is roughly 3:30 or so. These are primary trainers from World War II. These are the actual airplanes that probably over 1 million pilots learned to fly in World War II. Designed by Lloyd Stearman, the Stearman Company, Wichita, Kansas. Welded tubular steel for a fuselage. Fabric-covered wings with spruce spars, very strong. Now, aviation spruce is very, very strong, even stronger per pound than steel. The Stearman, named after Lloyd Stearman, has 2 ailerons. These are how you bank and roll the aircraft. I got a moment here, so I'll help you out. Okay, let's watch the takeoff roll, and then I'll talk about that. Here we go, make a video. They're going to go up to about 3,000 feet for the skydive. All right, I'll tell you when that's coming, so don't worry about it yet. You're sitting in the cockpit. The instructor sat in the rear and the student sat in the front, and that's the way we fly them today. So your right hand is on the control stick. All right, I'm going to push it to the left. This is what happens. That goes up, creating lift, going that way. So it rolls to the left. Just like you lean a motorcycle. You lean it around a turn, you got to lean the airplane to the right, and do that. We pull back on the stick, and it doesn't take much, and you go up, okay? And then each foot is on a rudder pedal, so we push on the left rudder pedal, and go this way, and then the right rudder pedal. Now the men that make this possible are the owners of these airplanes. Please give them a hand, folks, because they're the ones that make this whole show possible. Without them, there is no flying circus. So here they come onto the field, the heroes of the afternoon, the pilots of the Flying Circus Aerodrome. Right front fender, R.J. Gritter. Gonna do some great aerobatics in the decathlon. Unfortunately, the World War I Black Baron is straight upon the field. Get that thing off the field. Somebody call the police. Is the Fauquier County Sheriff here? Let me point this out while we're kibitzing around with that thing. Fifi LaBombshell is with us today. We're going to try to get her an airplane ride as soon as we find a leftover pilot, somewhere leftover. The number 8 airplane is a little different. This is a Bronco Weaver Aircraft Company built in Troy, Ohio. Again, a trainer, but not purchased by the Army contract, so just a few of them were used as trainers in World War II. John Potok doing the flying here in honor of his Air Force father, Walt Potok. And let me point this out. The Waco Weaver Aircraft Company has 4 ailerons. Notice this. It has a lovely roll rate. They're connected right here. You can see me over here. All right, Fifi, we'll get you a ride in just a few minutes, as soon as we can find somebody. Dave Kahn going to get in the checkerboard tail, going to do some great aerobatics for us this afternoon, primary aerobatics. There goes Frank Isbell, Justin Courier. I'll tell about these fellas in just a minute. One of our windwalkers is Janice Schaefer in the staff car. Flying Kahn brothers, Rick and Dave.
I think I'll just take an airplane.
Fifi, please don't take an airplane. Is she in the front seat? Frank, she's in the front seat.
Well, I'll just take one if I can't get my ride.
You'll have to get her out of there. Oh boy.
I want my ride.
You're getting it.
I just wanted to ride.
That was it.
Toots, what do you say you help me out during the show? I'll give you a little stick of nut.
Oh, I don't know about you. You said you were leftovers.
It's just like Thanksgiving.
Oh, I don't know. My mother told me not to trust guys with pointy hats.
I don't have a pointy hat.
You look a little young to be teaching me anything.
Don't worry, I'm a quick learner.
I don't know. What do you think, folks? Do you trust them? Well, we'll see about that.
All right, we're going to get that sorted out. You're back in the 20s for those of you down on this end of the field, the north end.
Hey, Mr. Pilot, are you really going to fly this piece of junk?
Get him out of there.
Look at this, the paint's cracking, the flying wires are out of tune. Piece of junk looks worse than you do.
Get him out of there. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the oldest airplane on the field, a late 20s Travel Air. Joe Bender is going to fire up a 300 horsepower Lycoming engine with a gear-driven supercharger. The oldest airplane on the field, built by the Travel Air Company, founded in 1924 in Wichita, Kansas. Lloyd Stearman, Clyde Cessna, yes, Cessna Aircraft, and Walter Beach Beechcraft. Designed that, or established that company in 24, and that was the Travel Air 4000. So Joe is going to fire that up. That's a 300 horsepower Lycoming 9-cylinder engine, 680 cubic inches, 670 cubic inches in these 2 airplanes right here. That's Rick Kahn will be starting up this Continental 220 horsepower engine. His brother Dave will also be starting up this one right here in the checkerboard tail, and I'll move swiftly up here as they get going. Justin Courier in the 681 also has a Continental engine. There they go. There goes the Lycoming. Now the Continental engine's built down in Mobile, Alabama. Lycoming comes from Lycoming County, Pennsylvania. So they built wonderful engines. Dave Kahn. Clear over here, another time number 220. Frank Isbell will start up a 300 horsepower Lycoming. The yellow Stearman. Thank you, Frank. Number 8, the Waco YPG-14, the UPF-7. And Mike Shankle, Navy pilot, for A4s and the A7s. 133 with the Jacobs engine, 275 horsepower. Now don't worry, they're not going to jump yet until everybody is up. The second flight taxis out first, so they're in position on the south end of the field. To the right is north, to the left is south. The runway is 2,500 feet long, and we don't need much. These small airplanes can take off and land, and not very much runway at all, and they love grass fields. The jump crew is out here. They'll display a signal panel to indicate the direction of the winds, which you can see pretty much is from the west, northwest. What you're watching is an actual reenactment of the training missions that took place in World War II, where over 1 million pilots learned to fly here in America. And of course in Germany they were teaching pilots to fly as well, and in Japan and all around the world. That's why it was a world war. What the pilots are doing now, they're not just warming up the engines, they're checking their magnetos. Just like the spark in your lawnmower, a magneto. 2 magnetos per engine, 2 spark plugs per cylinder. You need both mags? Let's make a video, I'll be quiet. Here comes the second flight. Well, you folks have picked a perfect day to come out to the air show today and see airplanes fly and balloons fly. A great day of aviation here at the Flying Circus. The skydive aircraft are right here getting ready for the jump run. You'll have 2 skydivers come out, not using the round parachutes from World War II. They were deployed on the static line in the C-47. But instead using the modern day parachutes that are controllable and have a ground speed, or an airspeed I should say, of about 25 miles an hour. Let's watch and see if we have a jump run or we're going to come around again. They're going to circle around again. Now imagine if you're in 1940, for example, as Germany was invading England from the air with Stuka dive bombers, and they thought they could bomb Great Britain into submission. So the Englanders, Great Britain, ringed the island with people with binoculars and telescopes, all calling in to Central Command, spotting the incoming German aircraft across the English Channel. So you can imagine little dots in the sky. And then they would send up the Spitfires and Hurricanes to intercept them. Let's watch now. This could be the jump run. We'll watch for a puff of air show smoke. And I'll explain that in a minute. Skydivers will come out and fall at 120 miles an hour straight down. Each wearing 2 parachutes. If the first fails, you cut it free, you use the second. Lovely shot of that. Oh my, that's beautiful. There's smoke. There we go. We have a jumper away. That's the one with the flag. Jim Wine. And the second. There we go. Red, white, and blue. There's Joe Cowan coming down. Cowan turning for the parachute. We pulled that one. That was an emergency parachute. Looks like he had to pull his reserve. We've had that happen before. It's a scary thing, but that's why I was telling you they have 2 parachutes. If the first fails, you cut it free. And that's exactly what Joe Cowan did.
That's the bag. And that's the bag.
What's so funny at the twilight's last evening? Who's got stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight? O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. The rockets were flying, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Joe Cowan, great job, buddy. Great job, man. We'll find that parachute for you. All right, now here's our United States flag being flown by Jim Wine. He'll set up for a landing as well, but Joe Cowan giving everybody more thrills than we actually needed today, Joe. Oh, man, great job, brother. Awesome. You're exactly right. There's Jim. All right, Jim Wine with the flag. Great job. Red, white, and blue parachute. Red, white, and blue flag. And there we are. Outstanding. And we will get the ground crew out among the trees to find the parachute. The Black Baron says he's going to go out and find it. Well, maybe he'll assign somebody else to go look for it.